And what is going on? What is happening? What is going on with my beautiful people here in the chat, man? You are now tuned into another episode here of the Raider Rundown, man. And today we are going to be tapping in, right, with the OTAs, right? We're going to be tapping in with OTAs. Some news coming out of there that's a little concerning, in my opinion, but you know what I mean? We're going to tap in with it a little bit. Raiders made some changes. We got a couple of players that made some personal changes that we got to talk about. That's apparently a big thing. And we're going to get into everything in between. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead. Let's get this funky music started and let's get the show cracking. And what is the deal? What is going on? What is happening with all my people in the chat, man? You back for another rundown live episode, man. You here, man, with your guy, man. What's going on? You could be anywhere getting your Raider news, man, but you're here getting it with your boy Rundown, man. So, like I said, man, rundown for the day. We're going to be tapping in with the OTAs. We're going to be tapping in with a little bit of rumors, news coming out of the thing. And then, a lot of discussion on a certain topic that I think will be kind of funny. I don't know if I want to try to do a new little segment today, but I don't know if I want to do it today or wait till I have everything ready, because I got a couple segments I'm working on for the show, man, to make it a little better. But I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if we have time. But either way, man, let's go ahead. Let's give a shout out to my peoples, man, that's already tapping in, man. I see I got some Orkland in the building, man. What's going on, man? What's the deal? Salute to Dre in the building as well, man. What's going on? Salute to the family, man. Tapping in. I know I have what I describe as a Laker crowd. Everybody, if you in California, you already know what time it is, man. If you go to a Laker game, the crowd don't get there until about like 5 minutes right after the shit start. That's how I describe y'all, the Rundown fan. But it's all right, though, because once we get rocking and rolling, we get rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? But either way, bro, regardless, I don't care how many people in the chat, man. Like I said, y'all be tuning in when there's other shows on, you feel what I'm saying? Shout out my brother Lunatic as well, man. He over here doing this thing as well. So, but y'all always here tapping in with your boy, man. So I really appreciate that. But without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get started, man. Let's tap in with some major news, in my opinion. News that I think is significant in a way. Now, some people could say it is what it is, and I get it because it is May, right? It is May. And you would say, like, there's a lot of time. There's a lot of, leeway to say this isn't an issue that we should really be worried about. But in my opinion, the time frame in which that it's been, I'm like, all right, bro, I don't know. Maybe we should have a little bit of worry. And for me, right, that would be Christian Wilkins, right? Christian Wilkins and the news about him potentially being on and off in a boot and not really being all the way available. Today, it was made concrete, right? Like, he didn't even practice today, was on the sidelines. And when Pete was asked about it, the answer for me wasn't exactly a resounding positive answer. That's just my opinion. Now, I'll show the answer. Hopefully I can get the footage, but I for sure got the tweet. For me, though, it's not really a resounding positive ass answer when I saw what Pete said about it, right? So they asked Pete, okay, what's the deal with Christian Wilkins? Is he going to be ready? What's going on with that? And he said along the frame of he started it like, oh, well, he's going along. It's a weird, tricky injury. You know what I mean? We're trying. It wasn't any sort of positive language to start it off where I was like, all right, well, where's the good news? Right? Where's the good news? And I'm gonna go ahead and show the tweet right now. So y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. When Pete was asked about Christian Wilkins' injury, this is what he had to say, right? This has been a difficult recovery. We're in the midst of a long, challenging process. When asked about Christian Wilkins' whole process, but did end it off by saying, we're here every day, putting in work, giving it 100%. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, but none of this shit right here sounds positive. Like none of it. I don't know if I'm tweaking. I don't know if I'm like searching for negativity, but at the end of the day, bro, like none of this shit right here screamed like, oh yeah, bro, we gonna be straight. Like, you know what I mean? Like for week 1. That's just not what I'm seeing. But still, it is May. We do have time to sort of chill and say, okay, he has time to get right before we even get to thinking about week 1. But already now we're having conversations of like, all right, bro, like we're in the walking boot now. How much does this leak into the season is my question, dog. Like how much is this shit gonna leak into the season when we're like, all right, bro, now, you know what I mean? We pass OTAs, we get in the training camp. Is he still in it then? If he's still in it then, bro, now we got a serious fucking problem on our hands, dog. You feel what I'm saying? If we still talking about having a walking boot towards training camp when we supposed to really be getting ramped up with the physicality, oh yeah, bro. Yeah. We might be cooked. So it's just something to think about. As of right now, I'm not gonna hit the panic meter on full on 10. If I had to say like what my panic meter was and where the level I'm at right now with this, I'd probably say like I'm sitting at a smooth 4. So I'm sitting at a smooth 4. I'm gonna ask y'all the question though. Y'all let me know. Scale of 1 to 10, bro. How concerned are you about this Christian Wilkins news? On a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned? For me, I'm at a 4. I'm at a smooth 4 fingers. I think it's something that we can monitor, but it ain't something where I'm like, oh my God, like we're completely fucked because it's May. Now, again, like I just said, if we sit at training camp and we still talking about this same issue, oh yeah, dog. Yeah, my concern shoots through the fucking roof. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It shoots through the roof. And shout out. I might start the segment today, but shout out to somebody, man, on X that said this. But hey, wrap his ass in bubble wrap or something, right? Like wrap his ass in something soft before the season starts, man. I don't want this man getting injured at all. We have really yet to see, like we saw it for a couple games, right? You feel me? We saw it for probably the 2 whatever games he played. Nah, all the games he played. Let's be real. All the games Christian Wilkins played, we saw kind of what that was and what he could bring to the defense. But shit, it was only like 3 games, right? It wasn't nothing where we was like, damn, we saw a large sample size. We didn't see none of that. It was only 3 games, something like that, right? So we ain't really got our money's worth. We ain't really got our money's worth. And I'm not saying it's his fault, right? That ain't his fault. I mean, injury is injury, but I want to see that, right? I want to see what he brings because I know what he can bring to the defense. I saw it for them games that he was here, bro. For the games that he was playing, like the D line looked different. So I want to see it. Like I said, I'm at a 4. Dre said he had a 6. That's wild. Hey, 6. Hey, you already that concerned? I know a lot of people are mad concerned about it as well. But for me, hey, shout out to Bloody Raider, man. Appreciate you. As always, being in the building, man. But yeah, I mean, as far as this, I mean, we I think as it's just May, so we could chill for a little bit. You know what I mean, and make sure that it don't leak into the rest of the season. All right, so there's that. But continuing on to our next little subject, right? Now we got some positive news going into it. Okay, so we went from negative injury news to positive injury news, which is Malcolm Koonce, right? He is now almost fully back from his rehab. He's almost fully back from the rehab, right? According to Ryan McFadden, he's close to returning to practice to join the team in activities and is especially on track for training camp. So, hey, that's beautiful news, right? We get one piece of negative news and then we get the other piece of positive news at least, right? So, boom, we get this back, man, and he gets to plan like how we saw at the end of the year. It's gonna be scary, dog. It's gonna be scary for people. And by all means, I feel like he can get back to that. It's tough, man, because he had the ACL, and usually, like you're like, oh man, like it takes people time to get back to form. But I think he's had enough time to rehab, had enough time to get his body right, and he's gonna have a training camp too, to where he'll be able to come in rolling. I feel like he'll be able to come in rolling. I feel like we ain't got to worry about that. And with him, man, I'm expecting over 5 sacks, dog. I'm expecting over 5. I want a nice little 6 to 8 from Koonce. I ain't gonna cap to you. That might be lofty, bro, but for me, I need a little nice 6 to 8 sacks. Easy work. That's light work. I think we can do that for sure if that's Malcolm Koonce, man. So I'm happy that he's back. And if he gives us, that's the low end, right? Like you give me 6 sacks, I'm low-key disappointed. But low end, you give me 6 to 8, cool, that's low. But from what a lot of us expect of him, we can go even beyond that, push past that, right? And get into that double-digit range. And hey, Lord forbid for other teams, bro, if we do get into that double-digit range with him, and we know, if Max is fully healthy, what that's going to be. Yeah, people are going to be running for their lives. Teams is going to be running for their lives. So at least we get this piece of positive news and we can go into it and say, hey, now we getting our ends back. We getting our 2 guys that can rush, and now we can put pressure on that offense. So now at least we had that, right? At least there's that. Shout out to my guy, Space Beast, in the building, man. Salute. Always showing love, man. Appreciate you for showing up, showing out. Yeah, hey, bro, that's crazy. I just looked at the YouTube landscape, bro. There's mad people on at this time. I was gonna go later, but Knicks game is on. I'm on daddy duty today. You feel what I'm saying? It's hard. I'm on. If I'm on daddy duty, bro, it's hard for me. Right now, he sleeps, so I can fuck around and do what I got to do. But when he up, it's over. It is over. So I did not want to have to keep stopping and starting the show, so we might as well do it now. But appreciate y'all for showing up as always. So we get that positive news, right? That's beautiful. Love that. So we continue on, and today was the official start of OTAs, right? So we get the official start of OTAs today. Real football being played, man. We got some people on the grass. We got timing being made. It's beautiful out here. We got some tweets and we got some plays to analyze as well, though, right? Especially from practice. Now, of course, we don't have all the video. They're not giving us the huge video, but what we do have is reporting from guys like Jesse Merrick, from guys like Levi Edwards who are in the building. Who can show us a little bit of what's going on. Now, obviously, we can take a look at some of this film that we got here, just a little bit of the timing from Geno and some of the receivers, man. Just see how it's look, see how it's building, right? Let me see what's going on here. Let me share this. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, man, make sure you guys hitting the like button. Number one, make sure you guys hitting that like button. If you're feeling what you're hearing, man, here on the rundown, make sure you tapping on that subscribe button as well, man. Tap in with us, man. We try to go live every Wednesday. Definitely make sure y'all tap in this Friday. Got a very, very special guest on Friday. This is gonna be a show y'all really gonna mess with on Friday. I have a feeling y'all really gonna like this show. So we had one last Friday. Real cool guest, man. Shout out to our guy Alex, man. But this week too, we gonna double it up and have another dope one. So I think y'all gonna like it back to back. But sharing that screen, man. Going in, let's check out some of the timing that we got with Geno and some of the receivers, man. Let's look at that. I ain't gonna lie, and this is like a small thing, and you don't even like. I'm not even going. It's not like it's anything major. It's not like I'm saying it from the clip either. But most of the times, majority of the time that I'm watching Geno, bro, the ball placement is beautiful, right? Like the ball placement be where, like the ball be where it's supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying? Like if he's throwing the out route, that motherfucker's high and out. You know what I mean? He throwing a curl, it's to the center, right? It might not be to the chest, but it's somewhere in this vicinity. You feel what I'm saying? Majority of the time, bro, when I've seen clips of Geno, especially with the practice, right? Like he been on point, dog. And it's a lot to say, like with the ball placement, finicky thing, right? But when you running them routes and it's game speed and the bullets is flying, bro, when I'm running this dig route and I'm in the middle of the field and I got all this green grass right here, bro, you got to leave me over there, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You can't have me stopping and turning back and doing all this extra. I got to go. You know what I mean? Because if I catch that motherfucker in stride, imagine if Dante Thornton catch that thing in stride. You don't have to turn around, right? Now we talking. Trey Tucker catch that shit in stride. Now we speaking. So, hey, but for me, though, I think that's going to pay dividends. I ain't going to cap. There are certain times, even last year, bro, you can think about it. Like, just think about Gardner Minshew and how many times receivers had to reach back and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Just the amount of times they had to make a otherworldly catch. Brock Bowers had to scoop that shit off the pavement. The amount of times they had to do that because Gardner Minshew was off target and shit. You know what I mean? Think about how many steps you lose and waste. So I think that's gonna change this year, bro. We might see a little bit better yak from that. You feel what I'm saying? It might be a little bit better yak. Yeah, the game is at 5 too, bro. I want to watch that. You feel what I'm saying? Knickerbockers. I ain't gonna cap, man. I want to see the Knicks in the finals. I do. I'm a West Coast dude, but I feel like if the Lakers aren't in the finals, it'd be cool to see the Knicks in the finals, right? Madison Square Garden. That'd be straight. You know what I mean? I want to see that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who I'm rooting for, but I just probably the Knicks. I ain't gonna cap. I would like to see the Knicks win a championship. It'd be dope. Y'all gonna fuck whoever's in New York right now. Y'all gonna fuck that city up though. I hope y'all better be smooth over there if y'all do win a championship. Y'all ain't gonna know how to act. Shout out Matt in the building, man. What's going on, big dog? Raiders brought in Laki Tassi, and we gonna talk about that, bro. I think that I like this dude. Now it's important to note what he was doing today, but we're gonna speak about that. But rugby player from Australia for a reason. He knows scrums. They originally banned the type of tush-push play because the NFL wanted to separate from rugby. Oh, that could be true. That could be true. Crazy they tried to vote that out today too, bro. I think that's some weak shit. I ain't gonna lie. That's weak to me. Why are teams trying to vote this play out like this? Right? I understand some people can say, oh man, it's hard to stop. So that's what sports is. That's what competitiveness is. I'm going to find an advantage that you cannot stop. And if you have a problem with that, so be it, dog. Find a fucking way to do it. There's only been 2 dudes I've seen that stopped it, and that's Max and Frankie Louvu. But other than that, bro, nobody else has done anything. Nobody's made no game plans. It ain't been stopped. And they done switched out parts to it. Jason Kelsey wasn't there last year when they won that chip. You feel what I'm saying? He wasn't there. He was an integral part to what they did. Still, remain the same, right? It's the same result. That shit weak to me. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that the Raiders were one of the teams that voted to get it out, right? There was a list. The list came on, right, with the teams that said who voted to get the tush push banned, and Raiders were one of the teams that voted to get it banned. Don't like it. Me personally, I don't like it. Because I don't give a damn. You give a damn what you do. I'm going to make sure that I find a way to get it done. Now, it might be a little strategic thing because we played their ass this year, so it might have been one of them things where they was like, well, shit, on week whatever it is, I'm not trying to see the tush push, but hey, it is what it is, dog. For me, I'm not with that, bro. Keep it in. It is what it is, bro. I'm not tripping off that. Salute to everybody, man, that's up in here, man. Zipping placement, 100%, 100%. L11, man. What's going on? Salute to my guy, man. SoCal Sal in the building. I want Knicks to win it all. Yeah, man, I think it'd be nice to see that. It would be nice to see. It would be nice to see. Salute to my guy, SoCal, though. Appreciate you. Our guy Loon in the building, too, man. I think now we can unveil it, right? Boom, boom, boom. We got our guy Loon on Friday, right? We got Lunatic on Friday. Make sure y'all poon up. What the fuck am I saying? Pull up. pull up. Make sure y'all pull up on Friday, man, because it's gonna be a dope one, bro. We got Lunatic in the building. Y'all know it's gonna be a crazy ass show, man. So make sure y'all tune in for that one. And it's a Friday night. What the fuck else y'all got to do, man? Come on, man. Tap in with the rundown, man. Stay out of trouble. Let's keep it rocking. But let's keep it going with the chat, man. I remember watching Aiden practice with Jimmy G and the old man Brian Hoyer, and Aiden had noticeably better zip and accuracy than them. Now Gino's looks elite. Yeah, bro, it's a noticeable difference. Noticeable difference that I think that you're seeing with Gino and his ball placement and the way it's coming out, right? I think that's different. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I see what's going on. But now we're going into our next piece of news, right? We're gonna go into our next piece of news. Now, let's start talking about the OTAs and kind of what we saw break down. I wish we had videos of it, right? I wish we had videos of what we're seeing and what they're saying. But either way, I think we can still kind of break it down to a degree. So we got the first one, right? First piece of news that we got. Jeremy Chinn already making plays, right? Already making plays. You can see right here, boom, by Levi Edwards. He says the defense got pretty fired up in OTAs for a Jeremy Chinn interception in 11 on 11. Now, of course, we're not gonna sit here and say like, oh my God, he's gonna be Ed Reed and all this extra, right? We're not gonna go too crazy, but already starting to pay the dividends, right? Already starting to pay the dividends. We said it before here. Me personally, I like the signing. I thought he would bring more to the defense than, the player that we replaced him with, right? And so already we're seeing that. The length, right? And that's something that's being talked about a lot. And we talk about it here on the rundown too, right? Where it's like we're noticeably bigger in the safety room, noticeably bigger, right? So now, I mean, Palomar was there last year, but Chinn is a bigger safety than Merrick was. So now we have more physicality. We have more length. The windows are going to be tighter. And I saw Lunatic on his show say the same thing, right? Like it's a no fact, bro. Like it's going to be tough to fit certain things in the windows, right? Because we have so much length in the DB room. And as of today, they was balling, right? They was balling today. So that's a good sign. Very good sign, because we got question marks there. I know I have a lot of question marks there. So the fact that we seen them gel early, that's what we like to see, right? So now, boom, we seeing Jeremy Chinn get up there. Now, I want to see what he's playing. I would like to see, is he doing the center field? We've had that question here. Who's going to play center field safety for us? Is he doing it? I would like to see, because if he's starting to make plays back there in center field, it's getting scary. It's getting scary. So that's the first one right there that I really like. Am I going to trip off the fact that Gino threw an interception? First of all, I don't even say who threw it. So I'm not even going to say Gino threw it. So I'm not even going to assume, right? You know what they say about assumptions? Make an ass out of you and me. So we can't even make assumptions about it, right? I don't even know who threw the interception, but I like it. Now, Space Beast already said something about it. We're gonna talk about it, because this is shout out my guy Severe, man, because this probably like nails to chalkboard to Severe's ears when what Space Beast said in the comments. But we gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna talk about it for sure. Yeah, you got my man. My man gotta be tripping, man. He be tripping. Shout out Loon, bro. Yeah, he got to be careful with that ball placement. Got to be careful with that ball placement. But yeah, bro, I think this is gonna be noticeably better difference right here, man. Shout out my guy, man, Luis in the building, man. What's the deal? What's the deal? Space B says Merrick was like having the ballerina back there. He was more finesse. He's more finesse than Chinn is, bro. I mean, that's just plain simple fact. He's more finesse, right? So I think we're gonna see a difference, bro. I'm already with it. So Chinn, one, making plays, right? So that's that. Now we already talked about Malcolm Koonce today, saying he's getting some work. Now he's getting that off-field work on OTAs, right? He's off to the side, so that's good. That we're seeing a lot of Gino looks good throwing the deep ball, right? Looks good with that. But this is what is intriguing me, right? This is what's intriguing me, because these two names right here that are in this tweet are two names that I think would instantly unlock this offense to different degrees of nastiness, right? Different degrees, bro. And the two names that we're going to talk about right here, bro, would be not Brock Bauer. Sorry, we already know about that. Michael Mayer and Trey Tucker. Michael Mayer and Trey Tucker, bro. These are the two names right here that would propel this offense to astronomical ass heights, dog. If they could get the ball, right? Now, it looks, I like what I see from Levi saying Geno Smith has been on the heater last few reps, completed a jump ball to Michael Mayer. Beautiful to see. And a deep touchdown to Trey Tucker. Beautiful to see. Both of those things from those individual players, we need them to do, right? We need Michael Mayer to win them contested catches. We need Trey Tucker to win deep. I need to see that chemistry flow already. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just what OTAs is. We just build it. We building the chemistry. We building the foundation, laying all the bricks down. So as of right now, bro, I'm happy to see that, because like I said, if them two right there get to balling at a different level, because we know what we expect from Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers to this degree, right? We know what we expect. I think I know what I'm going to get from Ashton Jeanty. I know what I'm going to get from that, right? So cool, that's three. That's three dudes on the offense. I already know what I'm going to get. So then from there, we move on and say, all right, bro, who else, what other player can help take this shit over the top? Where it's like other defenses aren't really game planning for them. It's these two dudes, for sure. These two dudes right here, bro. So I'm happy to see it. Very, very happy to see it. Salute, man. My guy 805 in the building, man. Shout out my guy, man. 1/3 of the Raider War Room. And we're gonna have our guy 805 on soon, very soon. Because when we have 805 on, we really break it down. So OTAs is up too. So we're gonna have 805 here on the rundown very shortly. Because we're gonna need that coach speak. Actually, I'm glad you hear 805, because I got a segment later that you're gonna have to help me break it down from the coach's perspective, right? I played, but I never coached. And there's certain shit floating around from one of our coaches that you got to break it down from the coach speak, because I don't get it. I just don't understand. But shout out Raiderette Peaches in the building, man. Salute. Appreciate you for being here, man. First time I'm seeing you tap in, but make sure you're hitting that subscribe button if you're feeling what you're hearing. But thank you for tapping in. Appreciate you. My guy Spaceby says RN of the King. Yeah. I need go see everyone eat on offense. Yeah, for sure. I want to see everybody eat, bro. I want to see everybody eat. These dudes right here can make it very difficult to mess with our offense, dog. Very difficult. Luis, he says, I'm not trying to come off being negative, but we lost our linebackers in free agency and drafted a 7th round linebacker. Hopefully Pete Carroll's system can manage a mediocre depth. We're going to talk about that. That's not negative, bro. You being real. And that's what I think most of us got to, this is what this is for. This is what this channel for, right? We got to be real, bro. We can't just sit here and be like pom-poms with every goddamn thing, because there's certain things we just don't agree with. I don't agree with what's going on in the linebacker room. I just don't agree with it, right? And we'll talk about it. Somebody made a play today, and it's encouraging, but yeah, we need some help there, man. We need some help as it stands. So let me go ahead. Let me see. There's some more. There we go. So now that Luis didn't broke it down, we might as well already say it, right? Next piece of news here on the rundown. Boom. We got Levi Edwards giving us another breakdown. Tommy Edwards. Where's my head at today, bro? See, that's how you know I'm on dad mode today. My shit is fried. I'm fried. But we got Tommy Eichenberg, right? Tommy Eichenberg. We got him making the interception, 2 interceptions on the day, but he makes the second one, bro. And crazy, we talking about nice break on the ball. This, if we talked about it in our weakness show, right? He has one of the Bergs, Eichenberg, Lindenberg, Heisenberg, Dinkelberg, whoever the hell, one of the Bergs. Somebody's got to do something, right? One of them got to show up. Amari Gaynor, somebody's got to show up in that linebacker room for us to think we got a chance to continue week in and week out to mess with the offenses, right, that we about to see. So if he can ball out, right, and shout out to my brother Severe, man, he got to cover his ears. Like I said, this nails to a chalkboard to his ears. But if he can ball, if Tommy Eichenberg can get to the level, there we go. We got something because he's young. He's second year, right? More years on top of it to grow for sure. We in there, right? Now I don't know what happened last year. Maybe you could chalk it up last year to just being a shit year for everybody, and it is what it is. But last year was rough, right? When he got in there, he looked lost, didn't hit the gaps right. Pass coverage was booty, right? So then there was that. I mean, nothing looked good. Nothing looked good last year. Let's just keep it a bean. So can we change that? Can we see a little bit of that Ohio State Tommy freaking Eichenberg? Can we see a little bit of that, man? The Iceman. I just want to see a little bit, right? So if we can get that, we on and rolling, right? Defense just adds another level because as of right now, I'm right with Luis, man. This linebacker core is boo T. I ain't gonna cap, right? By week 5, this linebacker core is on this. We all looking for applications of employment, right? By week 5. That's where I'm at on this linebacker core. We looking for applications of employment if we don't fuck around and get some goddamn more units or somebody in there that's gonna step up in the room. We all out, people out here fucked off. I'll tell you that right now. We're gonna be selling car insurance and making TikToks if we all get that shit together, bro. So that there's that though. But Tommy Eichenberg, I'm happy to see that. We need something. We need something in that goddamn linebacker room. Severe's been putting his boy Eichenberg through those pass drives. Yeah, bro. Y'all didn't know, man. If y'all been seeing those those clips of Tommy Eichenberg and Amari Gaynor working out, that's Severe behind the camera, if y'all didn't know. He done took the shit into his own hands, right? He said, we need a linebacker that bad, bro. Severe took it into his own hands. He's filming them, working, getting it right. So shout out to the brother Severe, man. Making sure our linebacker core is right. My guy, man. Just another DJ in the building, man. What's the deal, bro? What's the deal? Oh, yeah, it's real. It's real. I'll be struggling trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna eat next. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's as long as all I know is he gotta eat, sleep, and then I'll figure out what I gotta do after that. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Louis, I don't want to put this up because I don't want to put this up because I don't know what YouTube gonna do. But Luis, whoever called you that, whoever called you that, bro, you need to go ahead. You need to go ahead and do something about that. I ain't gonna cap. You might have to throw down. You might have to squabble out with that. You have to squabble out with that. Fuck that. You might have to say something disrespectful about his family or something, dog, because that shit right there, bro, you got to squabble up for that one. Fuck that. You can't just be calling nobody. No. In 2025, they calling you that? That's wild. That's wild. But let's move on to our next portion of what we got from OTAs, man. As we continue, I think we just got a couple. Damn, more. Now it's funny how we're not getting who's throwing these picks, but it's okay though. I just hope it's not Gino. That's all I care about. I just do not want these picks to be coming from Gino. But also Lonnie Johnson and Chris Smith. They make plays, right? Look at Lonnie Johnson and Chris Smith making plays, man. I love to see that. Now again, Chris Smith, that's another name, or Lonnie Johnson, however you want to slice it, where it's like, bro, if we can get a third safety cracking and rolling, right? Boom. Now our defense unlocks even more, where we can get Palomar playing in the box, Chin playing in the box more, and there we go, right? So Can they get into it? Maybe. Now, is it asking a lot? Is it well-wishing? Is it high hopes? It is. To try to hope that Lonnie Johnson, Chris Smith get up there. I've liked Chris Smith when we drafted him. For some reason, he hasn't been able to get on the field, right? So this is probably his last hurrah. No cap, dog. It's his last hurrah. And after that, y'all know what it is, right? It's his last hurrah, and we done, right? So for me, bro, and I think he has the instincts. I do think he has the instincts. But it's just I don't know what it is. Is it maybe because he's not the most athletically gifted? Maybe, right? Maybe. Now it's only OTAs. It's only OTAs. So let's see if he continues to make those plays. Preseason is going to be very, very telling as well. It's going to be very important for him, right? It's going to be very important for him because it's going to be a lot of competition, right? It's going to be a lot of competition. So, damn, no way, really? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. Oh yeah, Dre, you know it. Times 3, bro. You already know what time it is. That new dad brain be having you fried. To add to what Luis said, I see some plays where Lindenberg struggles with tackling, especially against Omarion Hampton in the Minnesota versus NC game. I want to see if he can improve on that. Yeah, bro, for me, and I even watched it, and shout out to guy Mike, man, our Blunts and Breakdown show a couple weeks ago. Y'all can go back to it too, man. We watched it. We watched Lindenberg. And I forgot what the game was, but his tackling was not impressive. It was not impressive whatsoever. He was missing a lot of tackles, bro. So I hope he improves on that. But from the film that I saw, I was not impressed. I was not impressed. DJ says Raiders need a true free safety. Hopefully Smith can develop into something. Yeah, bro. Like I said, we got him a couple years ago. I was excited. I think we got something. I still think he can do something. But yeah, for whatever reason, bro, he ain't been able to get out there. I really think it's because I do think he has the instincts to do it. I really do think he just does not have the consistent athletic ability to do some of the things that's asked. That's what I think. Typically, defense will win battles early when the new OC QBs are working out the kinks. Geno's still working out chemistry with the wide receivers. Offense takes time. I agree, 100%. You know, defense is always easier to get the ball rolling because you're moving downhill. It's not a lot of thinking and shit you got to do, especially with PG. That's probably what they're trying to do. They're trying to limit all the thinking from the defense. So in that standpoint, they're gonna be flying around. We want to see how it looks in training camp and all the extra. Want to see how it looks. Yeah. Lord have Ursay dude voted against. Y'all wilding today. Y'all wilding today. I heard Ursay was a wild man, though. Ursay was a wild man. Rest in peace. He was a wild man. But we going on to our next piece of news, man. We here. So that's OTAs, I think, in a nutshell, for real. I don't think nothing else really stands out to me. What Pete Carroll said about the DBs, I agree that, they were doing their thing today, so that's a good sign. Brock Bowers with a crazy ass statement today about Ashton Jeanty, very wild. I gotta watch his word choice, right? So that was weird, that was wild. But other than that, nothing really too wild for me to say like this is wow and worthy piece of news. For me, I think those are most of the things we had to touch on, had to tap into. But yeah, it's exciting to see the defense doing their thing, gelling, right, getting right. But you got to understand too, when we hear good news about the offense in this period too, that means the offense is gelling. So that's good to hear. We want to hear more positive news about the offense than what we heard last year. I'll tell you that shit. Last year, bro, and I said it multiple times, I had the blinders on where I sat there and was like, oh man, I'm not hearing what the reporters are saying about the offense. Gardner Minshew will be fine. This will be fine. Blah, 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 be fine. We can't say that. We can't say that, bro. We just cannot say that. So We have to actually be realistic this year and think about what we have. So in all of that news, we get into the next and last kind of piece and portion of the segment. We're gonna get into some of the rumors, some of the funny stuff that we got going on. Now we have something from Ashton Jeanty that we have to talk about that's running rampant in the nation, right? And that is him changing his stance. Now, this is what I needed my guy 805 for, right? Because I need you to explain this to me. Explain it to me. I'm gonna show the clip of Ashton Jeanty and his conversation with Chip Kelly, of course, about him changing his stance. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all let me know, does this make sense to you?
Gonna change it, but I don't like what I'm seeing.
Sometimes you gotta, go with the flow. What's crazy is, man, Chip Kelly, he comes to me first day of rookie minicamp. He like, you play basketball? Like, you ever play basketball? I'm like, yeah, I played basketball. Like, I could dunk, all that. He's like, okay. He was like, show me how you would guard me. Like, and he acting like he holding the ball.
Let's do this, get up.
He like, show me how you guard me. He holding the ball. Like, act like you holding the ball.
Okay, got it,
yeah. And I'm like, I'm
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Like, I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was like, that's exactly why you got to be down in your running back stance.
No, you were so convicted.
I was,
and
but
then he won? Just like that? That's all it took?
He won for now. I'm going to try to persuade him one day. I gotta earn my stripes, make some plays first, but I don't think it's gonna be the end.
Gonna change it, but I don't like what I'm seeing.
So there's that. Y'all let me know. I'm gonna let y'all. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? Yes or no? Y'all let me know down in the chat. Let me know down below. Does that make any sense to you? There's that. What Matt said. Okay, there's one. y'all let me know before I make my comment. 2. Dre, yep. I'm definitely with that. For me, bro, I ain't gonna cap me as y'all continue to tap in, but I ain't even gonna cap, bro. That shit ain't make no sense. That shit ain't make no sense whatsoever, dog. No sense whatsoever. Now, I'm not saying it as a negative shit, but I'm saying, bro, like, that was grade A coach speak, rank speak, right? And this is what Dre is saying is 100% right. Gotta earn stripes. That's basically what that was, bro. Because for me, that shit ain't make no goddamn sense. Not a lick of sense, right? And I'm talking about the analogy. The analogy doesn't matter at all. Like, that shit, that boy Chip hit him with some Google quote shit and was like, yeah, that's it. Like, bro, what? and y'all can tell, and y'all can say whatever you want. From Ashton's reaction, bro, to me, his reaction was like, I'm just gonna do it because that's my coach. I just got here. I'm a rookie, and that's Chip Kelly. So, hey, what he says goes. But he went at home. He knows, right? He knows. He went home. He sat in his bed and he was like, that shit didn't make no fucking sense. It just didn't make no sense. It didn't, right? So now, right? And this is where we're gonna keep it funny, bro. Look, bro, he had a gazillion yards running, standing up. Keep it that way. This is where I'm at with it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter. The stance doesn't matter. It literally does not. I'm gonna keep it a bean. And this is where I'm gonna start. Chris, and this is Chris. This is what Chris was talking about. That's that bullshit he was talking about. Chip just changes shit for no reason. And I get you. But this is where I'm gonna shut shit down, right? Fuck it. We're gonna start the new segment. I'm going to have graphics, right? I'm gonna have graphics for it. But as of right now, we're gonna start the new segment, and the new segment will be showing tweets, showing maybe comments on Instagram, showing maybe comments. I don't have Facebook, but maybe whatever one of my old homies want to, the OG homies want to fuck around and send me a Facebook quote, we can do it. But maybe some of y'all YouTube comments, right? And we're gonna show them here, right? We're gonna show them here, and we're gonna break them down. Some of them may be negative, some of them gonna be positive. Some of them may pose questions. It just depends how I'm feeling. Whatever sparks the conversation, right? Whatever sparks the conversation. So for me, today, I chose negative. It is what it is, right? Some may ask, now, why would you show a negative tweet? Especially somebody that might be negative about you. Well, number one, right? Because got to remind myself, not everybody want me to succeed. It is what it is, right? And number two, sometimes when some people say things and then you ask them to actually break down what they're talking about, right? It don't make no fucking sense. It just don't make no sense. So we're gonna do this, right? Because this is someone here that wanted to prove a point to me, because at first I did not like Ashton Jeanty, right? Or not like, let's not say that. I just didn't want to draft Ashton Jeanty at first. But hey, now that we drafted him, y'all see how I am. We not tripping. That's the guy. But some people still dragging on. Now, after I said this don't have no coach speak, I get this response. Why do defenders crouch down when defending as opposed to standing straight up? Man, you really have no knowledge of sports, and it shows. Went from not wanting Jeanty to now saying Jeanty doesn't need to change anything to make him more efficient. Get out of here, bro. Wow. Right? Scathing review. So as we go into this, right? Now let's pick Einstein's brain, right? Why do defenders stand straight up, whatever the fuck? At the point, you mean when they're defending when the person has the ball, right? At what point does it matter what my stance is before the ball is snapped? Let's just keep it a bean, right? Now, if you're telling me I'm standing straight up when a defender is coming at me and I'm getting ready to receive a tackle, then sure, like you, by all means, right? It is what it is. I have the fucking ball in my hands, right? But also at the same time, what does it matter of the efficiency when I do not have the ball and the play is not even started, right? It just makes no sense, right? It makes zero sense. Now, let's keep it on to this point. Anybody that you see out here talking about like they're fucking football Einstein about this man's stance and why Chip Kelly is right and why he needs to do this and that, tell they ass to shut the fuck up, because nobody, and I mean nobody, not even Mr. Johnster, sat up here and said anything about Ashton Jeanty's stance before we drafted him. Not a lick, not a one, right? I don't want to hear nobody over here talking about, oh, yeah, he needs to do this because it's going to make him more efficient. You sound fucking stupid. You sound fucking stupid, because all the talk before we drafted him was, oh, man, he's going to be generational. He's better than LaDainian Tomlinson and this and that. Now, one of you motherfuckers came out here and said he's standing straight up. He's got to change that so he can get to this degree faster and he can run the tick faster here. What are you talking about? Just what the fuck are you talking about? And for visual example, right? Because y'all know me, we're going to do it right? When we talk about running back shit, we get passionate around here. That's real deal, right? So let's do visual examples. And for everybody here that do not believe what I'm saying, do it in your living room. Stand up. Do it right now. Get in your running back stance. You feel me? If I'm up here, I'm going this way. Let's see the difference, okay? I'm straight up. Oh, let's get traditional now. What the fuck is the difference? Bro, do it yourself. There is zero difference to what the fuck I just did. The only difference, if you want to keep it a bean, is that I had to fucking waste movement, getting my ass up, and then going to where I have to go. Keep in mind, though, I'm around 6 feet, right? 6 feet. So Ashton Jeanty is 5'8", considerably shorter than I am. What the fuck is the difference? There's zero difference, bro. There's zero difference. Now, I'm only saying this for the people that's sitting up here saying it's got to be super analytical and it's going to change this and that. It's not. I don't think he is. Now, if you want to say it to the point of saying he's a rookie, he got to earn his stripes, and he got to do this and that, sure, right? Okay, it is what it is. I don't like that, though. I'm going to keep it a bean. You going to say that till you see me in person. Put that, you feel me? Get that height on you. You feel what I'm saying? Get that shit on you. Tell you. That's it, bro. Y'all only see me through the screen. I don't think none of y'all will see me in person. I'm telling y'all. So I think, and I'm not even saying like to the degree, but I feel like if you only see a person through screen, you're gonna have like a visual or like what you think they look like and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Till you like actually see them in person. But yeah. Hey, there's gonna be some people that try me in person, bro. I'm waiting. I'm definitely waiting for it. Not you, Dre, of course. You my brother, man. That's family. I see you, Dre. You might have to share one of them things up, man. I might have to twist one up. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all already know what time it is, bro. Something with the family, too. Hey, when I go to one of these games, bro, when I do go to one of these games and there's a tailgate, y'all better have that. Y'all better have a green waiting. All right? Y'all better have the green waiting. Y'all know what time it is when I pull up. I'm going to have my shit, right? We got to get it in rotation. Y'all already know what it is, bro. I'm not tripping about him changing the stance. Changing the stance, it is what it is. Now, I will keep it 100 with you, though. What Chip said didn't make no fucking sense. And when I saw Ashton the first time with the new stance, it didn't look comfortable to me. But let me see what L11 says, because he has other view, and I want to see this. Until he earns his stripes, and if the team's winning, I think he should stand the way the coaches want him to stand. I have no preference, though, personally. I'm looking at it from the other view of like, because I saw what I saw in the film of just the clip, just a little bit of the clip of him with the new stance, bro. I'm telling y'all, go to when he's with his original shit to where he's with his new one. It just don't look comfortable, right? And if I see that, just in my mind, I'm like, why am I gonna change something where it's like now he's gotta learn how to do it and learn how to be comfortable with it? You know what I mean? Like that's an extra layer of thinking that I just don't want him to do. That's just my opinion on it. Now am I up in arms and like ready to light torches and pitchforks and shit like because he's done that? No, I don't. I personally, it's not that big of a deal, but I am gonna say like it's not my most favorite thing that I've heard. I will say that. It's not my most favorite thing. I'd leave it be. There's no need. I just put it like that. Like, if you really think about it, like, dead ass think about it, right? Say we're at the job. Say we fucking work at Amazon. Right? We work at Amazon. The rules on the goddamn wall says stack boxes. The shit don't tell you how to stack the box. The shit, it just says stack the box, right? So if I'm efficient stacking this box one way, and doing this, what's the reason in changing where now I have to do it this way, right? When there's really no logical sense to change it. There's nothing that makes it better, right? There's nothing that really makes the shit a different. There's no difference, right? There's zero difference for real. So that's just me. That's just me, bro. If there's really no difference to it, and there's like not a noticeable like, oh yeah, bro, I'm glad you changed it and you're considerably faster here. Like, if that's the case, bro, then why do it in the first place? Why have the player think extra? It's just, I don't get it. That's just me. But let me see what y'all saying, man. That's exactly what it is. Wasted movement. The defenders are off the line with first movement being a push off. That's why I'm like, he's 5'8", dog. And what I saw in college, I didn't see no wasted step, no nothing. Stance wasn't a problem. The stance was never a fucking issue. I don't even know why people even brought that up now. But people like to nitpick, you know. I'm not tripping too much on Chip changing his stance. Again, not how I would have approached it. But I do like that Jeanty did change it and showing early that he's a coachable player. I mean, yeah, if you want to, if we're playing the game, yeah, if we're playing that game, sure. But we all know the deal. As soon as he scores his first, like, 50, 40-yard touchdown, he gonna stand the same fucking way again. That's just how it's gonna go, bro. Like, soon as he starts making plays, bro, he's gonna stand the way he stands. Why? Because that's comfortable. And we're all gonna be like, well, Chip, why the fuck did you make him do that in the first place? It doesn't make no sense. But because what 805 is saying is something that plays out regularly, even in the NFL. It's a rank. It's a rank thing, right? Where it's kind of like, I understand you're a high-profile character or high-profile person. Certain coaches will do certain things to knock that down and show the rank. You feel what I'm saying? Certain coaches will do that. Don't think that shit only applies to college and high school. Like, nah, the NFL coaches probably got the worst ego, no cap. Now, I ain't been in the league, but they probably do from the stories we've heard. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like you said, I wouldn't approach it this way, but I don't think it's anything we got to say, oh, fire Chip Kelly. We ain't got to do that right now. That ain't nothing that's got to go. But as we continue, right? Okay. Looking more professional, listen to coach. I mean, yeah, because you got to play the game. You got to play. You just got there. Shit. I don't know. This is same as the job, bro. It's all a job. You know what I mean? When we all first get some places, we all got to fuck around and be like, oh yeah, look, we got to impress a motherfucker until we get to doing what we actually do. Maybe Jeanty needs to straight up to see over the O-line and what the defensive alignment is. Maybe. Real talk. I'll also add, with Chip history with player relationships, might have been best to let Jeanty do his thing because his stance isn't that big of a deal, and Chip could change the old narrative of him. Well, shit, you saw how Chris acted. As soon as Chris heard that, bro, he wasn't rocking with Chip. Soon as Chris heard that, he was not rocking with Chip. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. Can we take this? We could take this farther, right? We could take this farther, but we won't. As of right now, I don't think it's a big thing. But what I am going to do, put a pin in it. I'm going to put a pin in this because this is something that I hope we don't have to revisit. I hope we don't have to revisit this. But last thing that we have for the rundown, man, and this is not this year, but this is off last year. And I ain't going to lie, it brings me to the front of the congregation because I'm going to have to say something that hard to say, very hard to say, but we're just going to bring it up anyway, man. So we got our guy, JPJ, and y'all probably heard it from our guy, Loon, but I'm going to give my take on this about last year and him having to get to center. So, yeah, here we go.
Guard, and I thought it was I was a pretty good guard, but like I think of myself as a damn good center. Like I'm going to be a little cocky for a little bit. Like I feel like I'm a damn good center. Like I did my shit in college. I won the Remington and all that kind of fun stuff. And doing guard definitely made me appreciate me playing center because I wasn't really even supposed to play center. Like this is kind of a funny story that I've told a couple of people, but we're playing the Chiefs. I think it's the first time that week. I don't know what week we're in. I think it was like week 5 or 6. And Andre ended up going down, and they were going to put someone else in at center who hadn't gotten snaps all week at it. And I was irate. Like I was pissed. So like they're trying to find someone to like start those snap to Gardner at the time. And I'm like, no, this. So I went up to AP and I was like, Coach, respectfully, like I'm going to play center. I won the Remington. Like I can do this. And like, I don't care what you say. I'm going to go play center. That's kind of the first time I took ownership. And he was kind of like surprised. He's like, all right, okay, go. And then I think like when like first the 2 plays, like I hip tossed somebody and immediately I was just like, oh, I'm back.
So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. And this we're gonna end it off like this. It made me have to come to the front of the congregation and say, what in the fuck was AP thinking about? What were we doing in the team meetings? It's like motherfuckers were sitting there drawing pictures and shit, right? They was in there having paint time and doing all the extra shit because they could not have been talking about football in them fucking football meetings last year, bro. What in God's green earth? Why did he have to fucking come up to the head coach and persuade him to have him play center when that's what the man did all last year? Dog, hey, it has to make me come in front of the congregation. It's like, you know what I mean? You have to say, even for me, because I sat out here and said, man, you know, AP got the brunt end of the stick, right? But when you hear stories like that, right? When you hear stories like that, you're like, dog, well, shit. How long of a leash were they supposed to give you if you're making decisions like this? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. That's not a good look. Like that shit just not a good look. So I had to bring that up because for me, bro, I don't know why it was so hard to get him on the field as a center when all of us from the couch from the day he was drafted said, yeah, that's Andre James' replacement right there. From the day he was drafted. Most of us already sat there and said that. So I don't know why it took that long. Maybe it was Getsy's fault too. Was Getsy fired by then? I don't think so. I think we still had him, so I think that might have been some of it. But AP, you're the head coach, dog. You come on, man. You know that don't make sense. It don't make sense to us. How did either way, bro? It's baffling, very baffling for me. But yeah, that is today's show, man. We done broke it down to the upteenth degree, man. We broke down OTAs, some of the rumors, right? Some of the news, some of the things that's floating around. Showed a nice little new segment, but I will have graphics for my other segments that's coming in, man. I got some new things, man. It's about to be June, so I'm trying to have some new things come on here, man, that we can have fun with, discuss with, right? So, about to have some new graphics, new little things that to tap in with here on the show, man. So make sure y'all keep tuning in. Y'all give me a minute though. Y'all know I be making my own shit, so I ain't got no damn help with it. So I need a minute. So when I finally do unveil it, it's gonna be right. Y'all saw how long it took me to make that goddamn intro, bro. And that intro was like 30 seconds. But yeah, it is what it is, bro. Boy, I gotta find the time. But we're gonna keep it pushing here, man. We appreciate everybody that's tapping in here on the rundown, man. Make sure you guys are tuning in. As y'all know, we are on the way to our 3K subscribers, right? Y'all see it down below. Make sure y'all tapping in with the IG, with the X, but make sure you get people to come over here to the rundown here on the YouTube, right? Because we trying to get 3K subscribers and give away this Geno Smith jersey right here. I would like to try to do it before the season. Lofty goals, but fuck it, man. You got to shoot high. Man, you gotta shoot high. So I would like to try to get to the 3K before the season starts. That is the goal. Give away that jersey, do another giveaway. You feel what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now. But make sure you guys are bringing anybody you can, right? Friday. We got Friday. Like I told y'all, we got Lunatic on Friday, man. 5 p.m. Pacific time. Make sure y'all tuning in with that, man. Tap in with us, man. It's gonna be a fire show, as y'all know. If y'all tune in with Loon, y'all tune in with me. Y'all know it's gonna mix very well, man. It's gonna mix and mesh. Blunts and breakdowns tomorrow as well with our guy Machiavelli. Tomorrow we breaking down Geno Smith, right? We got Geno Smith tape, so we breaking that down tomorrow. So make sure you guys are tapping in with that. We're gonna see a lot of throws that are nice, So it's gonna be a real good breakdown of the film tomorrow. And yeah. Oh, and we back on Saturday, right? We back on Saturday with our guy Jay for Good Morning Raiders too. We working. Y'all know me, man. We working. So keep it smooth as we always do. And y'all know what we say here on the rundown, man. We keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground here on the Raider Rundown. I'm going to see y'all on Friday. And oh, wait. How can I plug everybody's shit and not plug Pops? Pops is now on and cracking, by the way. Papa Rundown got his own Raider channel. If y'all want to tap in with Papa Rundown and his own solo Raider channel, look up Eternal Raider 72, all one word, right? Again, Papa Rundown got his own channel. I'll put it in the bio down below in the comments. Eternal Raider 72. Tap in with Papa Rundown too, man. Got to plug him in. Finally made the channel. But now we for real out of here, man. Make sure, hey, hopefully the Knicks win, man. Hopefully all y'all Knicks fans get a dub. But see y'all on Friday, man. Till then.